Hi guys. Okay, so I thought I would come on here and show you a little bit about what I'm doing during our quarantine time. I have a couple of things that I bought on Etsy, and I wanted to show like some different ways that I actually put these together. This is one printable and this was another printable, and I do have the shop names. The Vintage Circus journal kit, it's these pages here, and then there was a few let's see, you got a few envelope things like this with it too. And this kit is actually, yeah, this one is, did this go with it? Yeah, this one goes with this. Okay, so this is the shop Vintage Circus journal kit from Digital Artem. And then also, these are some of the ones that comes with that kit. These little cards and this envelope. And then I also bought from this shop here, there's like an extra set of journal cards that you can do extra with for like filler. And one of them you get a bonus background also. And for this kit here, this one actually comes with a lot. There's like a lot for this one. A bunch of pockets. There's like a whole lot of stuff with this one. And then I made some extra little things for like these little file folders. Actually, I bought this too. Did I write these other ones down? Let's see. Yeah, this one is this set here. I really like this one. It's already done. And this one is Victoria Designs Layered Junk Journal. And these little file folders comes from My Porch Prints. So I was going to show both ways that I did these. Let me get everything back over here. You really do get like a lot with this. It's a really good deal. And I tried to get everything kind of pre-done, prepped and ready to go. So I can just put it all in there. So pretty much all of this, besides like 2 or 3 things like these all come together. This is all one kit. And it's really cheap. It's like $4 or $5, I think, if I'm not mistaken. It was definitely under $10. And what I did with this one was I printed it out front and back. Like I put the page in and I printed it and then flipped it over and then put it in and printed the other side. And then I ripped up the edges like this and then just inked them. This one I inked and this one I did not yet, so that you can see the difference. Because it does make a pretty big difference. As you can see, like that. I like this way better. to me, it makes it look more like old and authentic and just ripped up. I like that. Like, it's very weathered looking. And this one, I did do the edges. I just couldn't not do it. But I didn't do the inking because some people they don't like that. They would just rather like the raw edge like this. So that's why I did that. And whenever I put all of these pages together to make one, it just seemed too thick. Like, by the time I get all of the cards and pockets and everything, tuck spots, it's gonna be really thick. And I didn't want it to be so thick that you can't use it. Like, it's, you know, just like busted open. So I made it into two, and I believe it's 5 pages for each. That comes out to 10 pages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So it's actually a pretty nice size. And I didn't do double prints. So that's how many pages you get in it. And I did make one mistake by doing the print back and forth like that. This page here, whenever I put this page through, I printed this one and then I put it back through and I didn't pay attention, and this page actually printed upside down. But it worked out fine because, like, and I didn't want to put this side upside down in the book. So I decided to do this page upside down in here because you can just barely see where I messed up, and I can put one of these pockets like this, and you won't be able to tell that that page is upside down. So as long as it's something, you know, simple, and it isn't one of the main pages like this that has all of the words and it's, you know, very distinct, you can fix that. That's no big deal. So that was kind of difficult though, printing it back and forth like that. So with this one, I did it a little different. With this one, let's see, I haven't put this one together yet. I'm fixing to put this one together. But what I did with this one was I printed it out all on their own page like this. So each one is their own separate pages. And then I'm just backing them together to make one. And in doing that, I'm making pockets for each. I wrote myself some little notes here that I'm going to glue here and here, and I'm going to leave this open so it comes out like this. I did a top pocket, and what I did to make it not so bulky also is I cut it. So what I will do is I will cut this one in half and cut just a little bit off, just enough, like this much, just enough off of this page whenever I cut it in half to glue it on either side of here, so that whenever I sew this book together, it's not going to be so bulky that it will start to do that bulge thing also whenever you try to get that many pages together and trying to sew them together. It just puts it's too much bulk on it whenever you're trying to close it, and it ends up uneven. Every time I've tried that, it ends up uneven. So my solution was to just cut the page just a little bit and glue this down, and then I leave this side open. You could choose top or side, you know, whichever you wanted to do. And then I will sew these together here, and it's not going to be as thick and bulky. So the first thing I wanted to do is, actually we can just go ahead and put this one together first. These are put together. All I have to do with this is just put in like all this stuff that I've already cut out. Just fill it in. It's just like, that's the fun part. You get to go in and pick, where do you want to put your tuck spots? Where do you want to put your pockets? Like all of that kind of stuff. So that's what stage these two are at. And this one here, is I just need to do these and then sew it, but I wanted to do that part on camera because I've had a lot of people message me and ask me how do I do my sewing and this part here, like how do I do my books. I've had many questions about that, and I think I've done one on a video, but I'm not sure, and I don't remember actually. But so I just thought I would do this today and finish putting this one together. It doesn't take that long. It's actually pretty quick. So I'm gonna put this stuff to the side, and I am in my dining room. I'm not upstairs in my craft room, so I don't have everything to my disposal down here, but I tried to bring everything that I would need so I can finish this. So the first thing I'm going to do is grab one set of these and figure out, do I want to glue these pages to this one or these pages to this one? Like, how do I want it to go? And really, there's no wrong or right way, honestly. I think I'm going to glue this one to that, though. So all I do is I'm going to just cut off, like, here's the fold line. I'm just going to go a little bit to the side. Make sure it's lined up there as much as I can. And do the same thing, like come a little bit over again on the other side of that one. Just a tad. And it cuts off about that much. So it's just a little bit. And then what I do is come back over here, and this is why I wrote this stuff, so that I don't get everything mixed up and get it all backwards. So I know this way is the upright way, and it's going to go that one. And this one is the upright way this way, and it goes like that. So that's how those go. Actually, before I glue this down, I need to just ink this edge really fast, because it's just easier to do it before you get it all glued down. I moved my crafting stuff downstairs because it's been easier to do stuff down here since my kids are home from school. We actually just found out that they will not be returning this year at all. So they are home until next year. They're not going to be going back. Okay, so now I just put that there. So I just put a little bit of glue, and it doesn't take much of this. I just thought it would be kind of cool to, like, I don't really have a way to, I feel like I don't really have, like, a way to support, you know, like, our medical workers or anything that, all that kind of thing that's going on. But small businesses, which are on Etsy, and it's kind of something that I do know, you know, how to do, I can support them. And instead of doing my own journals, I figured that I would buy some journals from the shops on Etsy and support them, because, you know, they need all the support they can get also. So that was my whole thinking with all of this, doing like these kits. I think it's fun because you just put it together. It's like a puzzle, you know, you just kind of put it together however you want. And I'm trying to stay really close to how they intended this printable to be, instead of normally I would just print out a few pages and kind of add it into my own junk journal, or I would change it up completely. But I'm kind of trying to stay as close as I can to like their intended or original idea for this printable. So you just line these up on this side and this side and glue it down. And I've bought a few other things too that I'll be making. I'm not sure if I'm going to record it or not, or if I'm just going to make them. But I bought a few other really cool items that's not junk journals per se. It's like items that you can make, like organizers and different things that you can put together. So I just thought it would be fun to do that. I mean, I have nothing really better to do besides make some stuff right now. So use my time wisely. So this one is done, pretty simple. And let's do this one really fast. And I'm just gonna cut this one out and then glue it onto here. So same deal. Just come a little bit over, and that, I'm gonna do too much. Okay, a little bit over, and a little bit over. This has actually been pretty fun to have kind of like everything already worked out for you. Like you just, it kind of reminds me of like being, you know, like when you're in elementary and you get like the kit and you just kind of put it together. That's what this is. It's just, you put the kit together. It doesn't matter. Like there's no wrong or right way. You just print, cut, and glue. And you have like a ready-made journal. And there is forever and a day journals on Etsy. You would be surprised. I was surprised how many printable journals there are, like kits like this that are on there. It's really crazy how many's on there, which is awesome. I love that there's so many people that are that creative and they're putting their work out there for everyone. They can share it with everyone. That's pretty cool. I don't think I would be putting my stuff on there. I would be embarrassed of my stuff. Like I create some of my own printable things like this, my own ephemera, but I don't think it is of that quality to put on something to sell. I just use them in my junk journals or my junk mail journals, stuff like that. Just for filler items. I didn't double check this. I hope I'm doing this one in the right order. So line these corners up. That one's sticking. And lay it down. That one's off. Dang it. Scooch. It's not gonna scooch. This glue grabs really quick. It doesn't really give you a second to move it like Fabri-Tac. So now it's off a little bit. That's okay. I'm not worried about it. Let me put this back on real quick. And my hands are really nasty right now because I've been doing a lot of tea staining and coffee dyeing and avocado dyeing to get up some more of my papers because I was running out. I've put together a few junk journals, so I've used up my supply of coffee dyed and tea dyed and all of that. So I've been doing that also. I did that all yesterday and the day before, but I didn't put gloves on like I should have. And my hands are so dry right now because of washing them so much and using so much of the hand sanitizer. So my hands are just, they're cracking everywhere. And even with, I'm lotioning constantly also, but it's just not keeping up with it. So whenever I go to dye something, it like just seeps into all the little lines in my hands. And then I go to the store and then I look like, you know, some crazy lady with black fingers because they don't know what I've been doing. So for this here, some of the stuff that I did, and some of this I was actually sent in a swap I did. I went digging through all of the things because I remembered I had received some things from a swap. And these were in there. They didn't do, I had to cut them out and stuff. But the lady that sent me some stuff, she sent me a few things like this. And I thought it was really cool. So I wanted to add it in here. It kind of goes with the theme, so... another thing I did was I measured the height of the book and the width of the book, and I just cut out some random sizes of just blank cardstock. So that way I can put together really quickly. I can put together like inserts. Like this could be a top insert, and this one I could do a side insert. And then I also did some belly bands. So this one here, and then this would be like a little small pocket that I could put, you know, like on the inside of the page like that, or you could put it on this side. This one here, I actually I have a bunch of this cardstock. Let me get one. I bought from Michael's. They had them on sale for like 25 cents a pack, but it's this design like this. It wasn't regular cardstock. It's just it's regular cardstock, but it has this design on it. And I bought probably 6-8 packs of it because I knew that I could eventually use it. All of these pieces, all of this came from sheets like the same one. And with this one, I just kind of cut it down and like semi traced and changed it up a little bit, but you can see it's almost the same as that design. And I thought that would be kind of cute to use as like a belly band to stick some stuff in there. Well, not this particular one, but like that. So I try to get a lot of this stuff together, and I was playing around with a few things, trying to get some things already made up. Oh, and this here, I accidentally had this idea whenever I was doing some sewing. I had my shears that you cut fabric with to stop it from fraying, and you probably should not use it on your paper. I'm not sure if you should or not, but I'm just going to say you probably shouldn't do that because I don't want somebody to say, oh, well, I followed you and then I messed up my scissors. So don't do it if you don't want to. I did it because I didn't think it was going to hurt anything. But I cut out some of these strips that I thought would also be cute to, ink them up, make them colors or whatever, and use these pieces for decorating. If you have like a picture or something, you could put a piece across here that's like red or something. I don't know. I thought that would be really cute. And then also whenever I was cutting out some of these ephemera pieces, I used the scissors on here also, and it came out really cute, like these little tickets. Instead of trying to do that by hand, I don't know why I didn't think of this before. So that was like really simple. And then also these, this was just part of this printable here. It was just one of these, and I cut it out with these scissors, and it came out so much cuter than I could have done trying to do the fussy cutting myself. It came out really cute and is really fast. So I thought that was a good idea. So I'll be putting some of that stuff in there too. I think what I should do, because I have like so much going on right here, like I'm like all over the place right now in this video. I'm sorry, you guys. So I think what I'm going to do to keep this, let's see, maybe what I should do is do 2 separate videos here. Okay, I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sew this together and, you know, just put this together really quick. And then I'm going to stop this video here and I'm going to make 2 separate videos because this is going to be way too long if I try to do both of these right now. So what I'll do is I'm going to put this together right now real quick, just sewing. And then I'm going to have 2 videos. I'll have the circus, the vintage circus junk journal, putting it together, like, you know, building, doing all the fun stuff. And then I'll have the vintage layered junk journal. I'll have a separate video of putting these 2 here together and putting all the stuff in it, you know, doing all the fun stuff. I'm going to have 2 separate videos of this because I think it would be way too long. I'll be here like forever trying to, which, I mean, I really would not mind. I could just let the video roll and y'all could just watch me just craft all day, but I don't think people would enjoy that. I think some people would probably get bored with that. So I'm going to bust this up into 2 videos. I think is what I should probably do. And y'all can let me know down in the comments if you think that you would like something like that. If y'all would like me to turn on the camera while I just do my crafting during the day, like my piddling crafting, and upload that, I will do it. I don't mind. I just don't think anybody enjoys that or would want to watch that. But if there's somebody out there that would like that, then I don't mind. I can do that. Kind of like a, you know, craft with me. Y'all can listen to me talk and ramble on about my life while I'm crafting. And y'all can be crafting with me. Like, we could craft together. To me, that would be kind of fun. It'd be like it would be like a craft it with a friend, you know? Like, that would be so cool. That would be really cool if we could do virtual crafting. That would be kind of cool because I don't know how to do live videos and I wouldn't know how to, you know, read y'all's comments or anything like that anyways. I don't even think I can do that on my YouTube, actually. But that would be fun. I would like to do something like that. Okay, so I'm going to get, I need to get this other thing over here. If I can reach it. I'm all over the place here, guys. All right, let me pull all this out. These are just different templates I've used. I think I'm going to use this one. And I just used, I got one of these in the mail. It's a big, thick one. And inside this one where I folded it and taped it, but inside of there I have some more, couple of pages of really, really thick cardstock. And then I also slipped this one in here as well to give it like extra protection here. And I need some kind of a marker. So with these here, since they're not really, you know, that bulky and that thick, I don't need like every hole. I just need a few to kind of hold it together. So I'm probably just going to do about 3 dots. So I'm going to line this up in here, get it all nice and straight. Straight as I can. And I moved it. It's okay. So line this up, and I find it easier to do it on its side. Get it lined up like this on its side. That way I know exactly where I'm going to put my dots. So I'm going to put one right here, one right here, and one right here. Okay, and move this out of the way. Hold it still. And I'm gonna take my pokey tool and I'm gonna start with the first one and give it a jab all the way down. Second one and third one. And hopefully I went through the middle. Yay, I did. Okay, so still just kind of hold them together. And this here is, I use this for all of my books. I just bought one thing of it, and it doesn't matter what book it is, what theme, any of that. I use the same for all of my books. So this is wax thread. I'm just going to flatten this end really quick. I like to use this because it is super strong. And put it through here. And I like to leave myself a tail because this tail is what you're going to use to tie the middle. So I need to have like enough to pull it tight whenever you're doing your final tie. So give yourself enough like leeway to be able to tie. And I never know how much I'm going to need. You'd think by now I would have a better estimate as many of these as I've put together, but I still don't. So I just kind of start it while it's still on the roll. I haven't cut it off. I just get it started. So I went through the middle. I'm going to come up to the top, come through. Let me get a little extra here. And then I'm going to go down to the bottom. This is the simplest way to bind your books. Super fast, super simple, and they last. All right, and then we're going to come back. This is the front of the book. We're gonna go back to the middle. And on this one, see the string here is in the middle now? You want this on this side, and you want your needle to come on the other side, so you're splitting it. You're gonna make one on either side, like this. So this is in the middle, on the top here, and you want one on either side. So kind of pull it, and see I have way too much, but it's fine. And you can now, to save your string so that you know you have the right amount, you can work this back through and pull like all this extra that I have here. Just push it back through, pull out. I need like this much to make a tie. So then flip it back over, tighten it up here, tighten it up here, and tighten it up here. So you have no wasted string. So all that extra that I would have cut off way back here, because usually that's how I would do it before I started doing this way. I would just cut off like a whole bunch of extra. But now you don't have to waste all that. You keep it just like this. So I need about this much to do a good tie. So I'm going to cut off about that much. And now I did not waste all that extra. Roll up. And put all this back in here. So this is why you want one on either side of that middle line, so you can make a tie over it, and it helps secure all of the strings. And this wax thread really holds like really good, and the knots hold really well. I have a book that I made like 5 years ago, and with this stuff here, and it's still holding strong. It's still going good. And you can leave these long if you want to add, like some people will do dangles and stuff like that. With these here, you can like tie little charms, beads, whatever you want with it. With this one, I'm not gonna do that because I have some other ideas that I want to do with some charms and stuff. So I'm just gonna clean that knot up, flip it over, and there we go. So let me put all these back in here so I don't lose them. So now it is bound. These are extras, and I will save these little pieces instead of having long pieces of string that I wasted. I just have these little ones, but I'll use them in tags. So now we have all this. You know, I didn't even check the pages to make sure they were upright. Oh, I think I got lucky. I think I got lucky. Yes, they're all upright. I didn't even think to check that to make sure they were all upright. Okay, so there we go. All right, we're good. We're good. And a bunch of my books too, you can't even tell that I have used this same string for, you know, all of my journals that I've bound this way, because you can go over them with some lace like this. Actually, with this one, I'm thinking that I'm going to use this lace, burlap and lace, and kind of do a thing like this and flop it over like that. I don't know. I'll have to play with it, but you can do that, and then it covers the wax thread, so that way you don't see it. And also you can cover this here too with putting some lace. You can put an envelope in here. You can do lots of different things that will actually cover. I should have done that. I should have put an envelope in here to show how you can actually hide where you don't even see the seam of the thread at all. But okay, so I think what I'm going to do is stop this video here because it's getting really long, and I'm going to start up now 2 videos. I'm going to have one, I don't want to bend that, one for the vintage circus and one for the vintage layered journal. So that's what I'm going to do next. I'll make this one, and then I'll make this one, or this one and this one, however I'm going to do it. And then I know like right now everybody's kind of like scared of mail and stuff like that. So I mean, it's something we could wait on probably, if you know, it's up to y'all, whatever y'all want to do. But I did want to give these away. So I'm not sure how I can do that, but I would like, you know, one person to get this one person to get this one, and one person to get this one. I would like to do that. I would like to give a little gift, you know, to someone and kind of brighten their day. So I will be doing that somehow. I'm not sure how I can do that, but maybe I can give y'all my email. And if you want one, then you can email me, and then I can send it to you. Maybe we can do something like that. I'll have to do some thinking about it, I guess. Or y'all can maybe suggest something to me. I don't know how to do that. But I would like to give y'all these journals. I think that would be kind of cool. So, and I don't really need that many journals. Okay, so I'm going to end this one here, and I will start on the circus, and that will be the next video. Thank you. Bye.